Hello, everybody. This is Tiffany.
Hey, what's up? It's Ariel.
And we are on episode 9.
Listen, this 10. What we gonna do?
Ooh.
I keep telling you, gotta be a celebration.
So first off, let's set this scene. You know, this podcast is Grab Your Cup. We got cups. Mine has beer in it.
Mine has water with ice. That'd be the vegan in me.
It's been one of those days.
You know what? She just love her. Just have to love her. Listen, when she walked down the stairs with these two glasses, I was like, oh. Well,
the episode 10 party started.
Hey, I said, so this how we gonna celebrate. I see you. Okay, well.
So I got a call today from my daughter's school.
I get emails, so.
And I was informed that she hurt herself. And this is how the teacher said it. She said, she fell. Nobody pulled her chair. I don't know how. But she fell. And she seems pretty hysterical about it. And she has an ice pack. And I was like, I am sure she's fine. But thank you for calling. So I see her. And sure enough, she's fine. And I asked her, I said, hey, what happened today? And she looked completely oblivious.
She's like, I don't know. What happened?
What? You talking about that drama I was causing earlier?
Is that what you're speaking of?
She just was like, what? And I was like, I got a call. What happened today? And she looked at me and said, did I get a write-up? Let me tell you, I don't know about y'all and what you parents out there and what makes you question yourself, but
you over here saying, what am I doing?
Wow. That's the response.
Hey, tell them how old she is.
She's 8.
That make it even better, y'all. She's 8, talking about something.
Did I get it right?
Hey.
I said, no. But what happened? What did they say? This isn't how this goes, ma'am.
She said, because what you not going to get me to do is to tell on myself. So I'm going to need you to give me a little back.
She's like, I know I failed today, but I did some other things. So
which one did they call you about?
What are we talking about exactly?
What could you, is there a hint? Can
I phone a friend? Let me go back in there and ask my teacher what she talked to you about.
I'm going to go ask her. So what y'all talking about?
What did you talk to my mom about?
Because I don't know. And I'm not telling on myself.
So I really chuckled to myself and was like, yep, add that to the 2019 list of things you got to work on. Cause
girl, this 2019 list, I'm so excited about it. Wait, let me tell you about my son, though. So my son is about to be 13, y'all. Either Monday or Tuesday, we riding in the car because y'all know winter break is coming up. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, hey, do you have a project or something due while you on winter break? And he's like, no. So they didn't tell y'all that you're going to have to do anything? No. Definitely got an email today from his teacher saying, hey, make sure your kids bring their books home for the book report that's due after winter break. I promptly text my father and I said, could you make sure he get his book? My daddy texted me and said he definitely had to go back in the school to get his book. Why? Now my son got straight A's, but listen, why we have to do this?
Because it wasn't a part of his agenda. Like,
let me tell you what is part of his agenda, that Fortnite, and that's what he gonna end up not doing.
Right.
Keep it up, sir. Keep it up.
I bet you if the book report could be on Fortnite, he'd kill it. So
he probably would. Let me tell you, he'd have a ruler and a PowerPoint and one of them little laser pens and Exhibit A.
Exactly. Appeal to the kids, man, you know?
Listen, you in 7th grade, fam. Get it together. But 2019, though. Take it to 2019. I can't keep doing this stuff for you. You're going to have to do it. At some point, mommy not going to be there. And I'm going to need you to fix it.
And then with being days away to Christmas, I'm like, this is how we're responding. Like, you got me rethinking my whole life right now. I've been running around like crazy, and this is where we at with it.
Girl, listen. Okay. I ain't got it for Christmas this year, though. Listen, I tried to find it. I looked under the couch.
It wasn't there. Huh?
I was in the trunk of the car. I went in, that closet that you keep junk in. Christmas is not in there either. I don't have a tree up. I don't plan on putting a tree up. I ain't got a light. I definitely am just going.
No wreath.
Can I phone a friend like your daughter?
Are we playing caroling? No.
Listen,
Okay.
you know what I'm gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put on my TV a fireplace
Nice.
so we can have it crackling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Christmas morning,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna change it to a Christmas tree playing Christmas music because I know
Nice.
they got that on YouTube.
They got to.
And I'm gonna put it on my
Everything's
smart TV,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna put my son's gifts around the TV,
Yes.
because then he can just
That's
go.
a whole
He can
vibe.
go B12 with his gift. My son don't believe in Santa Claus, girl. He know this mommy buying this, so he just like, can I get it? What I came here for?
So let me tell you, in addition to going crazy, trying to use the funds I do have, to not have them reflected into Christmas and keep that joy, because I'm like over it. I'm like ready for
2019.
I'm ready. No, I'm ready for
Summer?
December 26th, so they can get out my face.
That's
Like,
so funny because I'm ready for August 11th, 2019.
I'm just ready for this segment to kind of come, because I'm like, so I love giving gifts. Like, I love finding ways to show the people I love, like, I'm thinking of you, because I always feel the event planner in me always feels like it's nothing to give a little token of appreciation. Like, you can get some tea bags and some, you can dress it up real cute. You can do something. And so for the past couple of years, I've been trying to give my close friends something, some type of token of appreciation. And this year, y'all, it is not happening.
Well, welcome, because it ain't happened none of the years for me. So, because I'm not good. I told you, I don't have it in me. Like, Tiffany got all to go. I'm definitely like, okay, so tell me what you want me to do. Like, I'm terrible at receiving gifts. I don't know what happened in my childhood. I don't know what happened as I became an adult. Like, I don't give gifts. I don't receive gifts. I don't have the enthusiasm that people want. Like, when people give me something, or even if you show me something that's like really exciting to you, like 9 times out of 10, this is my reaction. Oh my God, that's so dope. Like, literally, but when I say it, on what I'm trying to project is, oh my God, that's so amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't talk like that though. So what you're gonna get is, oh my God, that's so dope. Congratulations, that's pretty. Oh, thank you so much. Like, that's all I got. But other people probably would be like, oh my God, thank you so much. This is so amazing. You're so awesome. I don't got that energy. And people get offended by it. And then I don't got the energy to give gifts. Like, I look at stuff and I be like, I mean, that's cute. Do they? Never mind, I ain't gonna get nothing. And then I just go about my business. Like, I don't know how to give them. I don't know how to get them. Listen, I'm just here. And I need somebody that's going to accept that I ain't got none of that.
Well, normally when I can't give gifts the way I want, which usually happens because my imagination thinks of the craziest things to give.
You can't give giraffes, okay?
Right. And I'm like,
she definitely be trying to give giraffes.
Like, my best friend has been wanting a birthday party for years, and I've been trying to concoct how I could pull it out by myself for years too. And it's just, I'm so distraught every year. I can't, like, oh, you're not with Diddy just yet. Like, you just gotta
Here's the thing. That is an awesome goal. Mm-hmm. But you know what? One day we're gonna have a podcast live one day, and then we're gonna intertwine it with her birthday. So we're gonna have
turn up
for real, and then it can go the way you want it to go.
I like that. But this year, it's something about that loving on yourself more. I feel so much peace that I'm not giving nothing, because I don't have it. Like, I really don't. I don't feel bad this year. I'm like, I got y'all. I love y'all. I show y'all every way I got. Like, I call, I try to update y'all on my life. I send you random I love yous and well wishes. And that's quite a bit for right now, for the way life looks. So yeah, that's all I got. Like, and I can't find no more. So I'm struggling to go do the shopping and pulling the little trinkets together that make me for my kids. So I just can't really extend no further than that. Like, my siblings not getting nothing. I thought about buying a card and writing a message, but
not so much.
I don't
Well,
know.
welcome, because this is the world that I live in every day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna get my nephew a gift. I bought my son all my son's gifts the other day. I went to the outlet,
Nice.
bought all his stuff.
That's beautiful.
I can't spread it out. Listen, we gotta do this all in one day. Oh, also, y'all, I hate shopping. I know.
Well, let me tell you, Amazon is taking over
The world.
and
But they didn't have no Polo store. I had to go to the Polo
but
store.
here's the thing. I said I'm definitely not doing this again. I don't know what Christmas is gonna look like next year, but I am not paying Amazon double for me being lazy anymore. There's so many gifts I saw their price hijacked. I mean, like, you gonna get it if they say it's coming. Prime got you,
Right.
but I am not.
You're not paying $12 for that $3.
Nope, I'm not doing it. Y'all tried it.
I literally.
I knew it was my fault, but I was still like, the nerve.
First of all, the audacity as I click this confirmation button, but whatever.
6 days away, but mind your business.
Part of Mind Your Business ministry. I went to the outlet, bought all my son's stuff, did awesome, and I came home and I said, "This is how life is supposed to go." Once we in and out like a fight. I told y'all I'm in and out. I don't like shopping. I definitely am not. I don't like shopping for nobody else. I don't like shopping for me. Like, y'all, I just don't got. I just really need a personal shopper. I need a personal shopper. I need somebody to do my hair and my nails for me while I'm asleep and everything. Like, I just don't want to do any other stuff. Like, I don't got no problem shopping. For food. I don't have a problem shopping for house things. And I don't mind cooking. Everything outside of that, I don't got no energy for it, and I don't want to do it. So if we could do anything around that, that'd be awesome. And it don't feel like Christmas. It don't feel like Christmas. First of all, it is almost 50 degrees outside.
We are in Chicago. That is crazy.
Unheard of. These are the last days.
Listen, but in like a couple days, it'll be like below zero.
It's definitely gonna be -26, which is gonna piss me off.
That's how it works here. You know what? I had a question. I wanted to ask you, how is no social, like, do you miss social media? Do you think you would feel more Christmassy if you were on social media right now?
Don't miss social media. You know what? The only thing I miss from social media is being able to celebrate whatever my friend, like when my friends post things that they want to celebrate, like if somebody got a promotion or if somebody's kid did well, stuff like that. But other than like being able to, because like it's not a group text, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know that this is going on in their life unless they call and tell me. And normally, everything that's going on in people's lives because they post it on social media. So when you're not on social media, you're kind of disconnected from people a little bit. So the only thing I miss is that. But I think if I was on social media, I probably would be even less Christmassy, as if that was possible. Because it's just so negative. Like, the negativity, like, all right, so I used to be in legit like 20 social media groups, right? And I think we talked about this before, because y'all know me and Tiffany met in a social media group. And I legit had to leave, except for the food groups that I'm in, because all we do is talk about like recipes and vegan stuff. But I left all the social media groups I was in because they was on trash, and it was the complete opposite of what I was trying to do in life. And let me tell y'all, I have so much go. I got fire. Let me tell you, if you ring that bell, I got go. And I know that if I get my bell rang, I'm going to go right back to where I was at. And a lot of times people will say, well, then you haven't changed. Not true. Because you don't lose those pieces of you. You move differently so that those pieces don't come out. So I removed
that they don't overpower
Absolutely.
the other things you got going on.
Yeah, like I don't want those pieces coming out at all. So you know what I don't do? I don't put myself in a area where that's happening. Now, don't get me wrong. We out in the streets and you come at me and you talking crazy. There's a possibility that you're gonna ring that bell. But if I can control what I have going on, part of controlling yourself is controlling your environment. So I had to leave all these groups, and there were some really dope people in there, but it also came with a lot of trash characters. That's my favorite, y'all. There's a lot of trash characters.
So I think for me, before, like, I think when I got into any we're not gonna say social media, Facebook. When I got in any
Specific.
Right, let's call it what it is. When I got in Facebook groups, I think I unlocked the next level of social media that I didn't know existed, because
me too.
Because I was just minding my business. First of all, at one point in time, for 2 years, I only went on Facebook to play games because they had some really good games.
Well, they did have good games.
And I was like, yeah, that's my game. And then I could play games with some of the people. That's cool. And I would literally go in there and play games and kind of look at my immediate feed and get off. Update my game, play my game, and go. And then I got into interacting with people in this confined way. And that was different.
I had no idea that people was like this on social media, because if you think about it, social media, like when you first got on social media, what was that called, where you were able to change your background? What was that? It was not
Black Planet was probably the first social media.
Black Planet, but the other one where it's
MySpace.
Yes, MySpace. Girl. And then after MySpace, it was
Facebook.
It was Facebook. You had Black Planet, you had Tagged, you had all these others, and then everything turned into a hookup site. It was what?
And listen, I didn't, and that's what I learned. So when it came to me later to hearing people these Facebook group sites to hook up. No, I didn't, because I thought that's what Plenty of Fish and all of those were.
Because this ain't eHarmony.
What are you talking about?
But let me tell you about the.
Y'all can't see my face. I'm sorry.
Hey, y'all share trash. Listen, when I tell you, it is amazing. If there is anybody listening to this who has never been in a Facebook group,
don't do it.
First of all, just go peek in a little bit. Just go look and see just look around a little bit.
One of my girlfriends the other day, and I've never been in any group with her, but I saw her put a status up stop adding me in these groups. And her personality, as I know, she wouldn't do well in that type of environment.
My sister said the same thing. She was like, stop adding me to Facebook groups. I'm gonna start blocking people.
Right.
These Facebook groups is phenomenal, but I think what happens is on social media that people get wrapped up in the idea of who they can become. It's amazing. You can literally be, during whatever hour of the day, this phenomenal philosopher,
the best version of yourself. So what becomes dangerous, I feel like social media almost creates an alternate universe to regular interaction.
What's that's called? Kamikaze?
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely like that.
It's regular interaction that you would do on another intangible platform. And so you can have a crappy day, and if I called my friend, she probably could hear my voice to know something was wrong.
Absolutely.
But if I made this little dope status and I was super confident, let me tell you, ain't nobody gonna tell me that, I ain't the baddest chick walking. And everybody's like, okay, so I get stuff too. If I'm crying at home,
while I'm typing this. Absolutely.
But you don't get to see that. And for some people, Some people that can be a motivator, some people that could be a shield.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it works different. And the problem is you never know who you're interacting with in those spaces.
No, it's a lot of people will meet people on social media and think that the person that they're meeting is going to be the person that they end up interacting with in person. And then you can meet them and go, you're not what I thought you were going to be.
No.
Because you're not this. I've had people who are very quiet be super aggressive and loud. Then you have people who are super aggressive and loud, but they're very quiet. And then you have people who come out like they goons and you soft as butter. Like I've had people, I'm like, you should stop talking to people because you're gonna get beat up. Because you don't got that go that you think you got.
Listen, my boyfriend, super petty in that atmosphere. And when I met him ever in life, I was like, this is you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
In the flesh. You are quiet as sand dropping on paper. Like, what? If you don't cut it out, he don't even like people like that. So wait, he was like interacting with people in there.
Right.
And I was like, why is this happening? And for me, and we've had that conversation before too, but for me, it's so, I never understood that concept. I never understood what it did for people.
Yeah.
To have so many different needs fulfilled on social media. I never even got that. Like, man, some people might be looking for encouragement. Some people might need to project a better version of them, and that's why they're doing this. Some people may just like being a coward, and that's why they're doing it.
Absolutely. Because you know what? Celebrities say it all the time on IG, on Twitter, on Facebook, on every social media platform, on blogs. You'll see people say all the time, you'll never type that to me in person. Like, you'd never say what you just typed to me in person. Like, you ain't got it in you to walk up to nobody and say what you just said on social media. Because let me tell you, I've seen a lot of people. Now, let me just be clear. I am a different person these days, but when I was in my former life, everything I said, I definitely would say to people's face.
Yes.
I don't got no hide up in me. I'm like, what you want to talk about? Like, you'll get that from me, but you'll see celebrities say all the time, like, you think you could just talk to people any kind of way you want to because you feel the power of that keyboard. Like, behind that screen, you this soldier, you a goon.
I think it's always funny to me that it's called clapping back, and I'm like, no, that's not a clap back. You're not clapping back. What are you supposed to sit idle and let somebody talk crazy to you?
Yeah.
No, we won't have this conversation.
This is a response that you wanted. You wanted it. Because
I'm responding.
How do you type something on the World Wide Web and since we own it, this burns my biscuits. Okay. I cannot stand when a person makes a post and you didn't make it private. You made it public for anybody if you just wanted to type something to yourself, you should have just wrote yourself a note. You done went onto the internet, typed something for your friends to see. Maybe you typed it for the world to see. I don't know. But you didn't type it for just you. And then if somebody types something that goes against what you said, and now you want to argue with them, you want to fight, you want to debate, you want to tell them, I ain't right, I didn't put this up here for you. Who you put it up? It's on the internet, boo. Like, that burns my biscuits when I see people type stuff and then they get upset when people respond or type on it. You should have definitely turned your feature for comments off if all you wanted to do was make a statement. But when you put stuff on social media, you are open for ridicule. Hey, these podcasts, I am aware that I am open for ridicule. I don't like it, I don't want it, but I accept that it comes with the territory. It doesn't mean that what you're saying about me is right. It don't mean that what you're saying about whatever topic I'm talking about is right. It's your opinion. You can have your opinion. I just cannot stand when people think that they go on social media to tell everybody their opinion as if it's fact. Shut up. That's not a fact. That's your opinion. And if I come on your post and I got a different opinion, move around.
I don't know who actually was in a debate club in life, but I hate that people call it debating. Like, you're definitely online arguing with people for topics that don't really even mean that much to you in your life. Like, and for me, I hate that it's this desensitizing, because social media is everywhere, that if you put something out there, you have to accept that you'll get anything back. Now, the reality is that we are all different. Everybody's going to have opinions, and they may not align with mine. You don't have a right to be ignorant because I put something up. You don't have a right to be aggressive with me. Yeah. You don't have a right to be disrespectful, mean, belittle me because I made something accessible to you. That's not your right. Could you? Yes. But people use this factor of that I can. And most of the people that exercise that, because I can do it, cannot take it back. And I've seen it in multiple platforms. I got about 5 people that come to mind right now.
I would have been number 6, you guys, but I'm a better person now. Because I got that.
But it's, and for like Instagram, now Facebook to me, in my experience, Facebook to me, I see so many benefits. Facebook being one of the bigger top tier social media platforms, it's evolved and expanded, so it has a lot of opportunities for you. Like, I see members of my family and pictures that I would never see because I don't even have their numbers. Mm-hmm. And that's beautiful to me. I like seeing people I went to college with or high school with, and seeing them get married, seeing wins for them, being able to send them thinking of you when tragedy happened. Like, that part is really nice. Instagram, has become real tricky for me. Now, at first, I liked Instagram a lot more because I didn't have to deal with people the same way. Post my pictures and get out of here. But when you just kind of scroll through Instagram casually, like, not just your people, but like, you start searching in Instagram and looking at.
Okay, so I still like Instagram more than I like Facebook, but only because on Instagram, it tailors your viewing. So I like a lot of positive pictures, and I like a lot of motivational poems and stuff like that. And when you do that, that's what's going to show up in your feed. So I'm a double tapper. Like, I don't even read the captions that people put. It is so effortless on IG and on Instagram. I mean, on Facebook, I feel like it's not as effortless. I feel like there's always like a caption that always captivates me. I always get pulled into the caption. I always get pulled into the comments. Don't let me see that it's 37 comments on here. Don't let me see it's 112 comments. Oh, well, what are we doing in here? Let me open the comments. And then I'm in the comments reading everybody's comments. And then I'm like, now I done got all engulfed and into it, and I'm wrapped into it, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna just type my opinion real quick. Girl! See, if I was on IG, I would have never opened that. I'd have just kept scrolling, and all I would have saw were dolphins and scriptures.
It's the celebrities, because I like follow celebrities and people that I like.
Oh, yeah. I love celebrities on IG.
I don't like seeing all these random people just spewing hot mess into their comments.
That's what you're saying.
Because you can. It's just, it like
they're not human. Like, they're not people.
It's irritating to see. At times, it's like, if my energy mood isn't there, and I'm kind of like, if I'm going to Will Smith's page to be encouraged, I can't look at
the comments.
No,
I don't look at the comments either. Anyway, so it don't matter. Like, I literally don't ever read the comments on IG. You know, the only time I read the comments on IG is somebody screenshot what was happening on IG and circled a comment that they wanted us to read. Then my attention is drawn to it because you didn't post the IG comment. But other than that, like, I don't open anything in IG when I'm on social media. I look at whatever they post, I scroll. I watch whatever video they post, I scroll. Like, it's so carefree on IG for me. On Facebook, it just girl, I had to block I had to block. I had to unfriend. They got that unfollow button. Welcome. Welcome. Hey, and then you can take a break from people. Ooh, give me a rest. Because there's like some people that I need to take. You ever seen your friends just not being the best version of them? And you go, listen, I'm going to need you to give you, hey, what you tell me? 3 feet, no pressure.
3 feet, no. And I just mute them. Like in every platform
that I can think.
I don't want none of that from you. So some of y'all are muted.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna y'all can reflect on that if you listening and who you are. But some people are muted because that's just gonna be better for my spirit to function that way. But then what I noticed in reflection of this year, because we talk about this year and the changes with us, and I noticed with the being more aware of myself has changed how I use and interact with social media. So I got rid of
my social media is completely different.
So I have a whole new Instagram. Like I had another one and I started a new one this year.
Is that why you did that?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you just locked yourself out because
no,
do that.
I could get in there. I didn't want to see some people that I followed. I didn't want to go through unfollowing everybody. I didn't want to go through removing certain things, and I was just like, I'm just gonna start a whole new page because I don't.
Hey, so let me tell you, that's therapeutic for me when I do. Because listen, I do a purge. Ooh, and I make a post when I make a purge. I let everybody know that this is happening. So if you disappear, it's because you couldn't come with me. And I do a purge and I clean house. I recently haven't done a purge because of this platform that we're on, and I'm like, all y'all can stay because you serve a purpose now. But when it comes to me going to look on people's pages and stuff, I don't even do that. Like, I literally can't tell you the last time I scrolled my feed on Facebook. I literally don't ever do that. I have people who I want to see and I have them starred and they come up first. And then once I get past those people, you don't get no more energy from me. I don't have nothing. And it was so funny. You know how on social media, your old posts and stuff will pop up. Girl, I was a terrible person. I was on such trash.
First of all, that's the devil. I don't know. I don't have that. Like, my boyfriend does. I hear people on this day. Don't on this day me ever. I don't know why y'all signed up for that. I don't know what that is, but I need no reminder.
I didn't sign up for it. Like, it literally just showed up.
Y'all did something. Y'all clicked approve and didn't know. Because I have no. I've never had it.
I have, girl, some on this days of show. I had something show up from 2008, and it was so profound for 2018. I looked at that and said, "So you could have been a better person in 2008, but you just chose not
to be a trash can."
Listen, I'm all in that garbage can, baby. Because right after that post, I made a post. It was like, "You mother girl," I was calling everybody. I said, "Oh, you had fire,
right.
Girl, I had all that fire." I was looking at these different posts and I was like, it is so crazy to see my transformation. Like, I can actually physically see when I decided to be the better version of myself.
I think that's a benefit of social media. Because it almost becomes a scrapbook and a timestamp. And if you are a person that values time,
yes,
it's awesome for that. But I think I get like in this year of being conscious of working on myself, I look at social media differently. And so a lot of the groups I wasn't even interacting in, but it would take mess to pop up on my feed this year. And I was like, I'm in there. Let me get out of here because I didn't even know I was in here because I haven't been posting. And then mutual friends are in mess and let me get out of here. But besides that, I think of where I was last year and the role social media played in messing with me because I wasn't dealing with me. And it wasn't. So I remember not being in a good space and had disconnected after having my son and just wasn't social like that period.
Right.
And making a post and getting so much backlash from people who felt I owed them to update them. Like, I had a picture that said I went to the Beyonce concert.
Oh, yeah.
And I put it up, and I just put it going to the Beyonce concert. I didn't say I was happy. I didn't say I was depressed. I was like, hey, Beyonce, let's go. Because I was going to the Beyonce concert and caught flack. Girl, I had subliminal posts.
How dare you be out there?
I had subliminal posts made about me.
What did the subliminal post say?
Like, I guess she living her best life out here because she definitely ain't responding to me. I was like, well, I guess.
First of all,
I got a whole son in the NCIU right now, but okay. I mean,
girl, that was when I wasn't my best self because I got fired for that statement. But because the Lord is working on me, I was just saying, you gonna be blessed. You know what? I had another thing that burns my biscuits on social media besides people who think that they can do subs. Because I just feel like subs need to be banned. You should have to tag a person or move on. It just burns my biscuits when people are talking about you and they know you gonna see it, and then they just gonna act like that wasn't about you.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people are confused due to their movement on social media that people are moving the same way as them. Call me what you want. I don't go through people's page random. Like, you know how many... What I do, literally... First of all, and people think that Messenger on Facebook, Messenger and Facebook are not the same thing to me. I can go on Facebook and never look at my messages on Messenger. I can go on Messenger and never see anything on Facebook. I don't go on there update. If I went on there, if I wasn't going on there for a specific reason, I'm probably just looking at my main news feed.
Right.
And going about my business. I don't know why y'all think in 100 of friends that y'all are on my newsfeed. Like, I don't know why people give themselves that much credit due to whatever social media has made you feel this works like, or whatever you do that I don't do.
Right.
That you think this is happening. And I've seen people really argue and lose friendships and sever relationships.
Yes.
Because they'll be like, I know you saw this. I was going through something and I posted about it. Sweetheart.
You like...
Sweet. Heart, baby girl.
No,
thank you.
Boo-boo kitty.
And then if I put something like, I had a rough day, people feel offended because I didn't call you and tell you I had a rough day. Ma'am, if I talked to you, I probably still wouldn't have told you I had a rough day. Like, why do you guys think that you can analyze how people should behave?
Because everybody on social media is a lawyer, a psychologist, a therapist, a counselor, a dentist, a doctor. Everybody is everything but what they are.
First of all, I had started saying, and because I'm trying to be more accountable of what I say and put it out there, people can be so trash. And I just started being like, I don't like people. I don't like y'all the same way. But then I realized, no, I don't like trash people. That's what it is. I do like people. Because the reason I'm doing this podcast, the reason I have my blog, the reason I'm going to relaunch my business, it's for people. It's just not for all of y'all.
Here's the other thing. I own the fact that I used to be one of those people. Like, y'all, listen, the trash people. Because my social media I didn't start no new page. It's still out there. So what I don't want anybody to think is that I am not aware that I used to be a trash person. Because y'all ain't never gonna scroll through and pop up on something and I'm like, where did that come from? I put that there. I know exactly how I used to talk. Let me tell you, I got bars. Y'all, you will never
and here's the other
from
thing.
Me say that. I don't
know how anyone else out there grows. But that's the accountability thing we were talking about. You gotta be honest if the reason you're surrounded in mess and negativity is because that's what you are giving out there.
Absolutely.
I see so many people.
Oh, I spent hours in trash, girl. Hours.
But here's the thing. I never did that. I don't think I was as accountable for stepping in the ring of mess. And then when mess came, I was like, what? I didn't throw any punch. You were in the ring though, girl. Get out of the ring because you didn't have to be there. But I think for me, because I've struggled with people wanting to understand me, I never knew people were looking at my social media to grow a sense of knowing me, because I didn't think the rules changed when you got to social media. Like, I didn't know, like, why do you think looking at my social media page lets you know more about me than calling me? Why do you think that?
Social media gives people a false sense of familiarity. Social media gives people a false sense of comfort. It makes people think that they know you, that they feel like they've had constant contact with you every day because they've seen you post every day. They feel like because you have liked a comment or liked a picture or commented on something that they've said, or they've commented on something you've said, we have just had some time together. And
relatively you have,
but they are equating that time with you actually learning a person. But what you're learning is what I showed.
I gave.
Let me tell you this. I've been in a whole bunch of relationships. Not a picture has been on my page. You can go scroll. Look, my page is going to confuse you. You don't know if I'm sad, if I'm happy, if I'm depressed, if I'm single, if I'm with somebody. You'll never know. You would know if we were friends. But if you go into my page to figure out if I have broke up with somebody, if I am with somebody, if we in a good space, if we in a bad space, you're going to be lost. Because I will post a meme talking about food, and then I will post a meme that says get your life together, and then I will post a meme that says I'm so proud of you, and then I'll post a meme that says when you kiss me and hug me, it makes me feel like I'm the only girl in the room, and then I'll post something that says, why does everybody act like they got everything figured out? Like, I'm all over the place. You don't know what I got going on, but people will read your page and take it as it is the gospel.
But here's what I do know now. Now I'm more accountable for everything I put out there.
Absolutely.
Because I do now acknowledge that I can't control what you're going to assume, but I definitely have to be accountable for what I'm giving you. And so I want my move to be as authentic to who I am and how I am in every room that I'm walking in. So that's social media too. So I talk about, I'm going to give you what's valuable. I'm not sharing no nonsense, because I don't even generally just talk about nonsense. Like, that's just not even reflective of a space that I'm in. So I can't even put that out there to confuse you that that's what I'm coming with. Because it's not me at this point in time. But I've had, like, my last relationship, be clear, y'all only know about it because of him. He did that. You're welcome, because it wasn't me. Okay?
You said you're welcome.
It was not me. So, and that taught me so much in itself, because then none of y'all know what was really happening. Who didn't know me, who weren't really my friends. Nobody knew the crevices, because y'all was sitting here looking at what y'all thought y'all was seeing on social media. So people, when I started getting questioned when we weren't together, and people were like, what? I was like, oh, y'all
seems like such a great guy.
No, but I'm like, y'all looking at social. That's weird. It was confusing to me because I've lived it. So I'm like,
right. So where did you get this?
That's where it came from.
You know what? I had a lot of people who were asking about me to people, because what I got going on is so vague that people would ask, like, is Ariel got this going on? Like, listen, when I started posting sermons, and when I started posting scriptures, and when I started posting about people being more positive in life and not allowing whatever is happening in their life to pull them down and moving in a different light. Like, when I started posting that and I wasn't cursing anymore, people were like, did something happen to Ariel?
Right. Let me tell you what I noticed too. Social media, because people use it the way they do, what it will show you is
how nosy people
are. But you definitely will see who doesn't clap for you.
Ooh.
On social.
Sad.
You will definitely see people around you who will, like, share some mess and filth and I will post my daughter grades, and they nowhere around.
Yeah. Because as soon as you put something that got some negative energy to it, they all for it. But if you put something positive, they magically don't know where your post is.
I didn't see that.
You saw okay.
And then I recognized even in that, everybody uses this for different purposes.
Absolutely.
And some people think of it as entertainment, so they gravitate to the trash like it's entertainment, and then they don't really know how to discern real life. And like, hey, so they'll see somebody they don't know, and they'll be like, oh, dude, her outfit's cute. Let me put heart eyes there. However, I just ate dinner with you last week, and I post a picture, and child,
crickets. But see, you know what, I had issues with exes and stuff like that, where I felt a certain way about social media. And like you said, people use social media for different platforms. So for myself, I had to realize that's not my validation, because I had started to feel validated by what people was and was not doing, how they moved.
Absolutely.
And because I caught myself using social media as validation, I was like, did you put that for them?
Absolutely.
Or did you put it for you? Because that's how I started posting stuff. Like, I was like, oh, I like this, I'm gonna put it. And if nobody like it, I put it there because I liked it. And I think that a lot of times we go into social media for validation, and then you girl, that like button and that heart button and those tweets and those retweets, like that, how many comments can I get? How many likes can I get? Like, you are waiting to you constantly going back and checking it. And when I found out that I was like a slave to social media, I was like, because I do social media fast quite often. Like, I'll be on there and then I'll get off. And right now it's not as difficult for me, and a lot of things that I'm doing on social media now has to do with our entrepreneurship.
Right.
It has way more to do with entrepreneurship, with all the different things I have going on when it comes to real estate, when it comes to this podcast, when it comes to some other stuff that y'all gonna hear about soon. All these other avenues that entrepreneurship that I'm touching has way more to do with social media than me being social.
Because all the endeavors that I'm doing speak to the truth and testimony of who I am right now and where I've been, everything I touch kind of has to reflect that. So I can't, when, like, you see the memes and people say it, but sometimes people say it because they want to feel that way and they don't really want to walk the walk to be as positive as what positive means. Being positive is not always easy. It's not an easy button on how positivity. So that takes work. That means
y'all don't even know the battles I be having
daily,
hourly,
to come over here and say, hey y'all, this is Symphony.
Hi, this is Ariel.
Right, but what that and overcoming the ways I handle things, because I'm more accountable. I see how careless people are on social media. I've seen. So I gotta say it because it. Okay, so I talked about that meme about women. That women. What is it? Women deserve, or I just want women to be loved in a way where they don't have to struggle first. This is a PSA. This is not just for women, but I'm going to speak on it. Loving yourself is a struggle. Okay? There is no running away from the struggle. Absolutely. If that's your aim, you're in the wrong game.
Wrong race.
I don't know what you're trying to get. Right. It is all a struggle, because all of us are carrying fragments and broken pieces of things that hurt us from different areas, from childhood, from friends, from past relationships,
from work,
from mentors, from workplaces, from places that made you feel small and devalued, and it changed how you walked about that situation. It takes work. And because you don't want to do the work, you come to a man wanting him to love you with all your broken pieces. Sweep that up, sweetheart.
Listen.
And
you got to put it in a paper bag, because if you put it in a plastic bag, it's going to tear right through. You're going to have to sweep it up and put it together.
That ain't on nobody. Nobody can make you feel better about you than you. One of my
Definitely not on social media.
Listen, one of my friends was going through relationship issues around the time I was, and I call her like my spiritual sister, and I listened to her, and she's younger than me, and I listened to her, and they were asking her, she was speaking of how she moved different coming out of the struggles they were having. And she said, my happiness, he doesn't hold my happiness no more. My happiness is not trying to be what I need to be in us anymore. And they were like, and somebody asked her, so where does your happiness lie? And she said, in my faith. Let me tell you, I wasn't where I am now then, but I knew then. I was like, whoa, hey, I ain't there yet. Wherever she is, I'm not there yet. And because of that, social media, that's what I'm saying. I see so many people trying to be validated. Every
with
day.
A gift or a meme.
Listen, by being funny, by being attractive, by being witty, by having a funny statement, by getting likes, by being knowledgeable, by being, and then it doesn't just sit that you sit in your own right to feel that way about you. Then you start knocking down who else isn't enough. Then it's, this person is stupid. You people don't spell check. These people don't post. Why do you guys post about this? And you just start depicting other people to make yourself feel validated in whatever it's doing for you. I don't get it.
I've had so many people ask me, like, why do you post so much spiritual or religious stuff?
Child, that's a whole nother topic.
I'm like, because it's my page. Hey, you ain't got to be here for it. No. It's okay if you're not here for it, but you don't get to tell me that what I'm doing isn't okay because you got a problem with it. Are you convicted? Like, I don't know what your issue is with it, but I didn't come here to figure it out with you. I've never
seen positivity rejected as much as it gets rejected in social media. And that's where I had to, why it works different for me now is I was getting confused because I didn't understand all the other players, and I don't need to. I just got to understand me and what I'm doing and stay firm in that. And that's just what it is. But when I was trying to understand it, it was driving me crazy because here's the thing, that false sense of comfort you get, I had so many what I assumed to be friendships that budded via what I thought I was getting via that platform. And it doesn't make what I was getting unauthentic. It's just that I don't know what part of the pie of that person that really was.
Girl, because they think they a star. Everybody think they a star.
Like, I don't know if that was, you were giving me in your 80% pie, that's most of you, or if that's like your 10%. And then I got
sometimes it's not even them. It's their persona for social media.
That's true.
Because there's some really pretty people with really ugly attitudes, personalities. Listen, at one point, I was super cute, but I was nasty. You know what I'm saying? And I was mean and I was aggressive. And if you came on my page, you knew what was going to happen. So you keep them comments to yourself, or just know that when you see that little bubble at the bottom, that I'm typing something extremely clever, aggressive, and offensive. And I'm going to press send and think nothing of it and dare you to respond because I've already thought of a response to your response, because that's where I was at. I built relationships with people thinking I knew who they were. And it was definitely built on fluff. It was built on arguments. It was banter. It was built on meetups, and you didn't really have a core understanding of the person that you were dealing with. And I would say for me, because I didn't have a core understanding of myself at that point, that I was able to take in whatever was given to me. Sarah Jake says that a broken person it is inevitable that they are going to attract other broken people. And when you are a broken person and what you attract and what you spew out is negativity, that it's just going to beget more negativity. You're going to attract more of those people because like minds like each other. Nobody wants to be with somebody who thinks that they're better, because it makes the other person not feel good about themselves. And that's just like sometimes your friends will be like, oh no, well, she's cool and you're like, she's not really a good person, but that person gives you what you need. When you need those moments, like, it'll be chicks and dudes that make posts all the time, and on the posts that they make, it is definitely male bashing. It's a definitely woman bashing. And what you want are the people who are gonna come on there and be like, exactly. And another thing, you want them to come and give you that fire and your applause on that post while you being a terrible person. And the question is, why do you hate women like that? Why don't you have a relationship with women that way? Why do you hate men like that? Why do you have a problem with law enforcement? Why do you have a problem with baby daddies? Why do you got a problem with baby mamas? Like, why do you have a problem with Walmart? Like, whatever the case may be.
I think that's what bothers me about that meme too. And I'm like, y'all are so confused in this bubble of presentation of what else exists. My cousin is like, he was like my first male friend, right? And he's married. He lives in California. He has podcasts and business stuff going on. Like, I never see women bashing on his page.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
Never. I don't think he's holding his tongue. I don't think he's like, I don't want my wife and other people to see me talk about women so poorly. I think he has sense.
Right.
Get you around some people who got some sense then. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, stop playing with me. And I myself, at some point when I was heavy giving time to these groups, calling it debating, but arguing people's opinions of how terrible they saw women, that should have been my pure sign that this ain't the room for me to be in.
Right.
But I didn't take it as that. I'm sitting here trying to challenge you to change you. No, I know me. I'm just not gonna be in that room because it don't fit for me. I don't want to feel like that in this room. And I had to go back to even look at the relationship I have with my cousin because it's very big brother protecting. Like, when I tell him about mess that goes on, he a Leo too, but we come back to that. but it's very non-negotiable.
Right.
I say, hey, this happened. Hey, Tiff, cut it out. Like, that's all I'm gonna get. Stop it. Do better. Move.
Today.
Get out of that.
Right now.
And then when you don't keep yourself close to environments like that, you confuse yourself when you're looking at other people and things like that's more of the norm. No, I got good people around me. My norm is not all the mess that I'm giving my time and energy to and spewing in and then digesting it. I'm like, people are terrible. They are, but they ain't my people.
But the other thing is, even when you're trying to transition and change and say, do better, get out of that. If you don't change the scenery, you saying I'm going to do better, but still sitting in the same situations and the same, which is why I had to leave a lot of social groups that I was in. That's why I had to leave a lot of groups. I had to block a lot of people. I had to unfriend a lot of people. I had to hide some cousins and stuff because
I stop talking to people.
Absolutely.
Stop engaging with certain people.
It had to go because there's no way I'm constantly telling myself that I wanted to be able to change what I was doing, how I was moving, and I'm still doing the same stuff. Like, you can't be in the same room expecting, like, if this room is full of dirt, you're going to get dirty. So stop trying to, you got all white on and you trying not to get dirty and you just trying to tiptoe around a room. Well, if I just walk real slow, then I'll be okay. Nah, that's not how none of that works. You gonna get dirty regardless. You roll around with pigs and you gonna end up with mud on you, period.
So this is what I have to say about social media. These are my takeaways. The rules don't change when you get on social media. Life works the same. If you didn't talk to me, if you didn't call me, you don't know anything about me. I don't care what I posted. I don't care what I shared. If you can't take it for what it's worth and leave it there, if you are evaluating my measure of your worth in my life during my way of updating the app, then just keep it. Okay? And then if you feel need to get on there and debate with people that you don't even call to check up on in a consistency, check yourself.
Absolutely.
Because that's a problem, right? And keep things at face value. That's it. Like, you got to know who you are, because sometimes you don't think you're getting wrapped up in social media, and you're definitely losing yourself in this world that you're walking in. So know yourself and take stuff as face value and get out of there.
Now, what I would say is, point blank period, just be a genuine person. Just be you. If that's who you are, then be you. Don't have no persona. Don't be fake. Don't be somebody else. Just be you. And everything else will just fall into place. That's about all I got. What you got?
That's it.